Many people claim this is the prettiest mountain in all of Colorado, but how do you have a chance at this iconic view all to yourself? I'll give you insider info on exactly how to plan for a solitude-filled hike, including the best campsites to book if you're backpacking later in this video. In order to access the Lone Eagle Peak Trailhead, you're going to have to pay a fee for the recreation area or use your National Parks Pass. See the show notes for entry details. We slept at the trailhead in our teardrop camper here for an early start, but a ranger definitely woke us up in the middle of the night and told us that sleeping at the trailhead was not okay. We didn't really get into trouble because we had bought a 3-day pass, but it is prohibited even though we saw other people doing it. The Lone Eagle Peak hike, also called the Crater Lake or Mirror Lake hike, is 14.3 miles long with 2,244 feet of gain. Honestly, it's a moderate trail by Colorado standards, but it is a long day. Expect to spend 7 hours hiking on this out and back route. It's important to know that there are a ton of moose on this trail. Keep your doggo on a leash and make a lot of noise. We saw 5 moose on this hike and 1 mama with 2 babies that we practically stumbled upon in the woods. If you do encounter a moose, put several large trees and plenty of space between you and the moose. Take the Cascade Creek Trail until the Mirror Lake Crater Lake Junction. Ignore the other signed junctions along the way. The trail starts off in a forest and the first lake you pass is full of bugs, so you've been warned. But the forest is quite lovely, mostly flat and easy to navigate. Eventually you'll get to a high alpine valley and the views really start to open up. You'll see the Cascade Creek waterfall, which is pretty impressive by Colorado waterfall standards and a great spot to stop for a break. From here, you'll get amazing views of Buchanan Pass and catch the occasional glimpse of Lone Eagle Peak in the distance. You'll see several designated turnoffs for campsites. These are all labeled. Sites 1, 11, and 12 have the best views, but you'll have the least amount of seclusion from the day hikers. Follow signs to Crater Lake. The trail actually ends at Mirror Lake, which is a little bit confusing, but that's where the Instagram view of Lone Eagle Peak is. For the best chance at solitude, you'll want to start your hike around 2 to 3 hours before sunrise. We started from the trailhead at around 4 a.m. and arrived at about 7:30. This lets you enjoy the still morning air and gives you that awesome picture-perfect reflection of Lone Eagle Peak off of Mirror Lake. We had the entire place to ourselves. Most of the backpackers were still at their camps, and it was so lovely to have solitude here. We spent about an hour milling about, and when we left, the breeze was setting in and that perfect reflection was gone. To return, simply come back the way you came. If you're looking for more ways to beat the crowds at top hikes in Colorado, you'll want to check out my next video, where I give you an inside look at the most beautiful hikes in the state and how to have them all to yourself.